Here are the alerts we're looking at that are still in place. An excessive heat warning for all of our interior locations for all 4 counties that we cover, by the way. This is until 11 p.m. on Wednesday. So again, all those interior locations, we're going to see those temperatures even warmer today compared to yesterday afternoon. We're going to see more of those triple digits out there. And that's the threat. Highs in those upper 90s to around 115 degrees. And we are going to hit around that 115 degrees for some of those far interior locations this afternoon. And the warmest day, as I mentioned, is still yet to come. That will be tomorrow. Heat advisory also until 11 p.m. on Wednesday for the northern part of the Salinas Valley, Carmel Valley, the Hollister area, and the north side of the Monterey Bay. So again, in these locations near the coast and those near coastal cities, we are going to see those temperatures in those 80s to mid 90s. Mid 90s more likely around the Hollister area. Hollister, actually, you're going to be in those triple digits easily today. North side of the Salinas Valley probably reaching those 90s as we head into tomorrow. So we do have a red flag warning. Conditions are very hot. They're also very dry. We have very low relative humidity out there, but we've also been dealing with some gusty winds at times, especially in the afternoon for these interior locations. So we have a red flag warning for Monterey County and San Benito County, at least the mountains and valleys there, the southern portion of the Salinas Valley, San Antonio Valley, Parkfield area. We have an ongoing red flag warning. We've seen this one in place over the last couple of days for the Santa Cruz Mountains. So again, this will last until 9 p.m. tomorrow night. The one for Monterey and San Benito County just went into effect at 5 a.m. this morning. So it is now an active alert that we have this morning. Temperatures, well, this is why we're seeing those hot, toasty temperatures, especially inland. Dominant ridge of high pressure, and it's not just for California, it is for much of the west here. But that center of that ridge of high pressure has been slowly nudging into our area. Now it is actually going to migrate to the north a bit today, but nonetheless, we are going to see those temperatures rising across the central coast. Even our coastal locations will see a bump in those temperatures this afternoon, and we're going to be even warmer on Saturday. But with this movement, we are going to see this ridge of high pressure slowly start to move off to the east, and as it does, we will gradually start to cool down, and that cool down is going to be very slow for those inland locations. We will see a bigger cool down around the coast as we head into the early part of next week with the return of those coastal clouds. But let's get to those temperatures for you today. We're going to be in those low to mid 80s on the north side of the bay. We've been sitting in those 70s on the north side of the bay, but we have a bit of a wind shift, so that is why the Santa Cruz area, you're going to be back in those 80s this afternoon. Upper 90s, excuse me, to triple digits in the San Lorenzo Valley, mid to upper 90s for those higher elevations, but a comfortable mid 70s for Davenport. Again, if you want the relief from that heat, head to the coast, but just, be mindful of the beach and the water. Our water temperatures are not all that warm. Most of those temperatures around the coast will be in those 70s. We're going to be a little bit warmer in Watsonville in those low 80s. Low 80s for Salinas as well. Triple digits for Hollister today. Triple digits for the Santa Clara Valley. So mixed temperatures around the peninsula. Again, that all has to do with our varied winds, but we are going to see those temperatures mainly in those 70s or around the peninsula for Pacific Grove, Carmel. It'll be a little bit cooler around Pebble. 80 for Monterey, and we've actually been seeing those 80s for the Monterey area over the last couple of days. That all has to do with our wind direction and having more of a southerly push. That's why Santa Cruz has been in those 70s. But again, we're switching it up a little bit today. Seaside in those upper 70s. As we head up and down the Salinas Valley, we're going to see those upper 80s for Gonzales, but warming up very quickly. Most of the valley will be in those 90s. We're going to have triple digits for King City today. Pinnacles, Parkfield, Bradley, San Antonio Valley, you're all going to be above that 110 degree mark this afternoon. So very warm temperatures. Again, please find ways to stay cool and hydrated. Please stay fire aware. Even around the Big Sur coast, it's going to be a warm one for you. We'll be in those low 90s and upper 90s for the Carmel Valley. Real quickly, overnight lows, still going to be warm for those interior locations. Going to be really hard to cool down your home at night. We're going to be in those 60s and 70s. However, most of us will continue to see those overnight lows in those 50s.